Yo, what's going on, guys? And of course, today I want to talk about Tre Mann. I know I'm seriously want to talk about Tre Mann because the Hornets as a whole as well are a team that, if there's a team, I've said it's probably the Atlanta Hawks for the Eastern Conference, but the Charlotte Hornets are a team that could be a surprise playoff team. I think it's more likely that they're going to be a play-in team like Atlanta because of this year they don't have their draft pick, so this technically could be the last year that they can get a really good player from a really good draft class and then next year compete for a championship just because of how everything times out. But regardless, this is a team that could be way better. I mean, LaMelo Ball is a fantastic basketball player. I mean, dang. All right. And I look at last night's game where we got to see Tre Mann, who, in my opinion, ever since he came over in the trade, has shown that he is this defensive maestro, that it wasn't because of a lack of talent that he wasn't getting much playing time in OKC, but it was really just because that's how good OKC was. That a guy like Tre Mann. Did I say Terrence Mann? Tre Mann. Did I say Terrence? Either way, if I did, I'm sorry. But Tre Mann is a guy that literally is showing that, unlike what you might have thought, this is a guy, 24 points, 8 of 16 from the field. All right, 50% on 4 of 8 from 3, 6 rebounds, 3 of those offensive. Just like being productive every single way that he could possibly be. And then just the impact that he had defensively, to the point that off the bench last night, it was really Tre Mann, Seth Curry, Vasi Micic, and it felt like Tre was playing wing at sometimes because Moussa Diabate and Grant Williams were the only guys who really came off the bench. So for me, when I look at a guy like Tre Mann, I think there is a place for him in this league. He's a 6'5", kind of at this point combo guard, multi-positional player that I think is someone. Look, I think the upside on him is ridiculous. I really do. I think there's a guy that his body control is something that I've always thought was a really, really good thing. Shout out to my boy Mavs Drafts. I thought he did a really good job talking about how I think Tre Mann might not be a point guard prospect, might be like a point wing. He's got really good range and he's just a really good defender. And when you look at this team, I just can't help tell and think that he really could be their sixth man, and he's going to be a guy that, look at that, his ability to create. But I just think the defensive side, I think Tre Mann is a way better defender than people want to give him credit. I mean, obviously he can score, he can do all that good stuff, but I really think it's the defense. So just quick little thoughts. I thought he was just so much fun to watch. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think of him? I think we're really getting to see a guy who, I think the pull-up game was always there. And for a guy, and he's always a good scorer off the dribble. I've always just thought his defensive capabilities over the last few seasons have really, really, I think he became a disciplined defender in OKC.